What's up, guys? So today we are going to talk about the Athena palette here from Bad Habit because it's beautiful. So let me show you guys the colors that are in this. Oh my gosh, guys, this is phenomenal. This is beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and get started.
Close your eyes. Would you dream for me? Some paradise. Tell me who you see, 'cause I think I do want you next to me.
So the very first step is to prime the eye. I will be using two products for that. The first one will be the Tarte Shape Tape. This is in Fair. And I'm applying it right below my brow, and it's just to kind of help make it a little bit lighter for the look that I'm going to be doing. So I take a little bit and I just dab it onto the back of my hand, like so. And then I just take like an angled eyebrow brush, and that's how I do it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and carve out my brow. And I'm also going to bring the concealer down a bit. So I'm blending the edges of this with a big fluffy brush. I want to make sure that there are no harsh lines. I'm going to take the e.l.f. Beautifully Bare Smooth Matte Eyeshadow. This is in Nude Linen, and this is my jam. I love using this as a base. I do have the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre, and I do really like it, but I notice that it kind of cakes up on my eyes, and it just looks really textured and kind of weird. So I know a lot of beauty YouTubers are into that product, and it is great, but again, it just adds a lot of unnecessary texture, and I really do not want that. I'm just going to take that same brush and I'm going to blend. I also applied it on the inner corner of my eye because I do have some discoloration there. It really helps to cover that up. So next I'm going to hop into this palette from Bad Habit Beauty. This is the Athena palette. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. So the color that I'm going to start off with is called Valor, and it's this really pretty peach right here, and this is going to be my transition shade. I am going to apply it all over my crease and above my crease. Just kind of blending it upwards and outwards as I go. Alright guys, so the next step is to take a little bit of this orange shade right here, and I'm applying this in the crease, but basically right beneath that peach shade. I am also going to be applying this to the entire eyelid as well. So next I'm going to hop in with this red shade right here. It's called Power. So I'm patting that color on the inner corner of my lid, and then I'm going to apply it just to the outer corner as well. So I am going to go ahead and take a brush and just very, very gently kind of blend it into the crease. But again, we want the star of the show to be that peach and that orange. So I'm just gently blending these. Next, I'm going to hop in with this pink shade right here. And with this one, I'm actually going to use it wet. So I'm going to take my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus, and just taking a C brush here, I'm going to go ahead and pat this product onto the center of my eyelid. So I'm starting in the very center, and I'm going back and forth and just kind of blending by patting. And I will be stopping at my crease. And it doesn't have to be perfect. What I'll be doing next is taking that same red eyeshadow in Power and just kind of patting it on each side, just again to kind of help blend everything. So I'm going to go ahead and take that red eyeshadow again, and I'm going to pat it on the inner and outer edge of my eye to kind of trap that rose gold shade. I have to warn you guys that red eyeshadow, there's a ton of fallout. So I'm gonna have to clean that up here in a little bit. So now I'm gonna hop into this shade right here, which is a brown shade. It's called Clever. And I'm just gonna add that to the very outer edge of my eye. I'm just doing this for a little bit of depth here. And I'm blending with that red that's already there. Next, I'm going to go ahead and blend the edge of this red eyeshadow here. That way it's a little bit softer. So for the actual brow highlight, there is a very pretty shade in here, but it's not as light as I want it to be. So I'm actually just going to hop into another palette. So I'm actually going to go in with my Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics. I'm going to take a shade in here called Pre-Game, which is a very, very pale yellow skin tone type of shade. And with this, I am going to apply this right there below the brow. It's also going to help kind of soften that red. Now I'm just going to go back and blend where that light shade and that red meet. Okay, so if you guys want to stick solely with the Athena palette, there is a multitude of colors that you guys can use on the inner corner of your eye if you want that like extra glimmery pop. However, I really wanted white. I don't know why. Like, I feel like this is almost a Christmas look because I'm like, ooh, red and white, you know? But anyways, when I have a moment and I just get that like idea in my head, sometimes I have to follow through with it. Sometimes it's genius and sometimes it's not so much. But I ended up liking it this time. So I'm hopping into the Bad Habit Solstice Palette. There's a shade in here called Winter, speaking of Christmas time and stuff. It is a sparkly white eyeshadow. And I like the fact that you get a little bit of sparkle, but it's not super metallic. So I'm going to hop in with this eyeshadow wet, and I'm going to dab it just on the inner corner of my eye. So I'm going to go ahead and start on the under part of the eye before I start doing like the upper liner and mascara. And I'm using a purple shade here called Justice. I think it's gorgeous. Now this color is really, really pretty by itself, but it really needs something similar in shade to kind of help brighten it. So I'm using a purple eyeliner first. And the one I'm using here is from Urban Decay. It is the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Psychedelic Sister. I'm going to go ahead and apply this from the outer edge of my lower lid, and I'm bringing it over. Very quickly, guys, you have to blend this out because these eyeliners do not play games. Like it's business time. So now I'm going to go ahead and hop into that purple shade called Justice. And with this, I'm going to go ahead and pat this right on top of that eyeliner. And then I'm going to smudge. So I'm going to do my eyeliner off camera, but I'm using the tape as a guide here, and for the actual wing, I'm taking the Inglot AMC Liner Gel. This is in 77, which is black, and I just get really nice control whenever I use this for the wing. However, I'm using the e.l.f. Precision Liquid Liner on the inner corner to connect everything. Okay, so I went ahead and did the liner on my upper lashes. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do next is line my waterline. So I'm taking the Urban Decay Glide On Eye Pencil in 0. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my lashes. I'm using the Wet n Wild Lash-O-Matic Duo, and this is like $7 or $8 from Walgreens, and I kind of really like it. So I'm going to go in with the mascara first, and then while it's still wet, I will be applying those fibers. Then I'm going to go right back in with the mascara and coat these bad boys. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my concealer and blush, contour, highlight, all that fun stuff, possibly lipstick, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is the completed look and I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I love these palettes. I love the price. I love the quality. Some shades in each palette I've noticed like there's a little bit of a disappearing act when you blend it out. However, if you take a base that's a similar color and you apply that where you're going to be applying some of these darker shades, it's like magic. It works perfect. So if I can make these work, I know that you can make these work as well. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you guys definitely know how to reach me. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave me a like, give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. And hint, hint, I ordered 2 more palettes from Bad Habit and 1 more from Beauty Creations. They did have a President's Day sale on the Hush app, and so I was pretty excited about that. Couldn't pass it up. So you guys will see those very, very soon. And thanks so much for watching. Bye.